All right, well, welcome back to the channel, y'all. It is about 7 in the morning right now. We are in the middle of East Texas. I've got the little boat. We've got a trolling motor hooked onto it, and all thanks to the Goldenmate Orion lithium battery. Goldenmate hooked it up, sent me over a battery, and they told me to test it out, review it for you guys. We'll talk more about the battery later in the video, but for right now, let's hop in and get to fishing. All right, y'all. Well, this morning, we are going to be doing something a little bit different. Something that I grew up doing out here on this exact pond, and that is trolling with this little Rapala for bass and big old crappie. So we've had a lot of rain. The pond is super full right now, and I'm excited to get out here and get to fishing. So right here I just have a little Rapala. You can see this thing has some wear and tear on it. Probably had this thing for 10 years. And whenever we're trolling these, we just like to put a little split shot in the front of them to bring them down a little bit, because this pond is pretty deep in certain spots. It gets up to like 20 feet. So we're gonna chunk that out behind the boat. You don't have to go too far. And then we're just gonna set this right here next to us. Hopefully it doesn't take too long for a bite. Now we could obviously just use this motor to get around the pond and just cast up under these trees and around the bank and do some bass fishing. But I really wanted to do some trolling this morning, something a little bit different and something really fun that I haven't done in a long time. So we're just gonna move around here at a nice slow speed, and fingers crossed we'll catch some big old fish this morning. Got him. There we go. Ooh, first fish of the morning, a little bass. A tiny bass, y'all check that out. Real little guy, gotta be careful with these treble hooks. Oh man, where are the pliers? All right, first fish of the day. This tiny bass. Hopefully we can upgrade from that guy. But there we go. Beautiful little largemouth bass. Let's get a release. Cast back out and keep on trolling. Lots of trees and stuff in the water on this side. Broken off branches. Since the pond level rose so much, all the stuff that was up on the bank is now submerged. And that is just perfect structure for all these fish to hang out in, especially early in the morning when they're up shallow. There we go, you guys. Another fish right here. I had this one right behind the boat. And another little bass, but hey, that's better than nothing. It is real slow this morning. This is only like the third fish I've caught. No crappie yet, but maybe they'll wake up here in just a minute. Done probably 10 laps around the pond. I think a lot of the fish are just up shallow right now, and they haven't really moved out. And I'm fishing a little bit deeper trolling because I can't troll in a foot of water, you know. But we're gonna keep on going and keep on trying to catch them. Probably get one right here. There's one. Called that. Yeah, they're up super shallow. Alright, that's a little upgrade. Still a tiny bass, but it's an upgrade from the last two. Looks like it's just going to be another little bass here. Hey, I'm just happy to be hooking into something. Whoa. Chill, chill. The trolling is unbelievably slow. I'm actually seeing a ton of little bass whenever I troll along the edge of the pond. So I just tied on a buzzbait right here. We're gonna see if we can get them on the top water. Holy crap! Oh my gosh! I saw that fish come up from under it. You can see the top of a tree right here under the water. And he just shot up from under it. We're gonna motor over to the shallow end of the pond and try the top water over there. No more blowups on this side. Let's do a cast. Oh, we missed him. I made a long cast all the way down there to that little stump in the water and got blown up on right on the edge. Dang. Well, it is about 10 o'clock here. It's getting really hot and the fishing is just terribly slow. So we're gonna head back, take a little break, and then we'll be back out here this afternoon to see if we can get on those fish. So I want to take a quick minute before we continue with the video to introduce y'all to the Goldenmate Orion 1000. This is a lithium iron phosphate battery, which means it has a longer lifespan at up to 10 years, and it is also really lightweight, weighing at only about 29 pounds. And so far, I have been extremely impressed with its design and durability. So let me go over a few of the key features. So one of the coolest things about this battery is that it has an LCD display right on top. So there's a screen here. You can turn it on and it tells you exactly how much battery power you have left. It might be hard to see because there's a glare, but it says 26% right there. I've been using this thing for quite a while and it's been holding the charge. Another awesome thing is that you can control and monitor this battery straight from your iPhone or your smartphone because it is Bluetooth capable. So there's actually a Goldenmate app that you can download and it connects straight to the battery and it tells you a ton of useful information. As I've mentioned, this thing is built with grade A lithium iron phosphate cells, which ensure longevity and a long lifespan of over 5,000 cycles, which is roughly up to 10 years. Also considered one of the safest lithium batteries because of its enhanced battery management system, which helps to protect against short circuits and overheating. Not to mention, this thing is also IP67 waterproof and dustproof, which is perfect for marine use like trolling motors, and also great for camping, emergency situations, and any DIY project. So if you want to elevate your energy solutions with a high performance battery, For reliability, safety, and power, this is the perfect choice. So make sure to visit their website at goldenmateenergy.com to learn more about this battery and power up your next outdoor adventure with confidence. And don't forget to use my discount code, which I will put on the screen right here, as well as in the description down below, so you can save yourself some money. Now let's go ahead and get back into the fishing. Okay, we are back on the water for our evening fishing session right now. We're gonna do the same thing we were doing this morning. We're gonna troll around the pond. It's nice and still right now. It's finally cooled down. And we're gonna see what we can get into. We got the Rapala on one rod, and then I've got a little rooster tail, white rooster tail on this rod. So we'll toss that out and see if anything will come up for it. This time of night, I'm thinking the fish are gonna be feeding. And hopefully we'll be able to hook up. Let's see what happens. Ooh, we got a fish right here, y'all. First pass around the pond and we hooked up. There we go, look at that. Little bass, nothing crazy, but there we go. Largemouth bass. Let's turn this boat around so we don't completely spin out here. Well, that didn't take long at all. About 5 minutes trolling, not even. We got ourselves a fish. Once again, another little guy, but better than nothing. Let's get a release. Hooked up again. Another little bass right here on the white rooster tail. Check that out. This has to be our like 7th. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And we're hooked up again. We're doubled up. Oh, he popped off that one. Darn. And I threw this one in the boat. What I was gonna say is this has to be like our 7th fish of the day, or 8th fish of the day. We're gonna pop that hook out. An awesome bait. Nothing's gonna pass up a white little rooster tail spinning through the water. Boop. Okay, let's cast it back out. And hopefully, guys, hopefully we'll get a crappie this afternoon. We got about 30 minutes till it gets dark. This is prime time for crappie. Or really any fish. This is prime time for anything to be feeding. Okay, hooked up again, y'all. About 2 laps around the pond later, and there we go. Our first mega crappie. Right at sundown, guys. I'm not even sure if y'all can see, but that is a mega crappie right there. That's like a slab. We're gonna go ahead and get a hook. We're gonna go ahead and get the hook out, and we're gonna let this guy go so he can go on and make more babies for us, so we can come out here and catch more crappie year after year. All right, I know the camera, the light is fading, but y'all check that out. Elbow to the palm of the hand. Let's get a release. We're gonna try to catch 1 or 2 more, do 1 or 2 more laps around this pond, and then we're heading in for the night, but we will see y'all in the morning. All right, back at it again, morning number 2. Throwing out the lines. We're gonna do a couple laps around the pond before I gotta head home. And then we are also going to pull up and throw some topwater on the other side where there's a bunch of trees under the water. I got the buzzbait rigged up. But we're gonna troll around first and see if we can get a big old crappie, just like the one last night. Here we go, y'all. Bass just grabbed this thing and came shooting out of the water. Whoa. Stay down. Awesome. That's a pretty little bass right there. Y'all check that one out. Beautiful colors on him, and check out his lip. Looks like he's probably been caught and somebody didn't take too much care of him whenever they were releasing him. So we'll carefully remove these treble hooks and get him on his way. There we go. Definitely an upgrade from the little ones we were catching yesterday. Still a tiny guy, still really tiny, but an upgrade is still an upgrade. Let's get the hooks out. Send him on his way. Oh, there's one following it. Well, nothing but that one bass this morning, y'all. So I think it is time to load up the boat and head back to the house. So before I hop out of the boat though, I did want to show y'all the battery, and you can just click this button and light it up. It is on 26%. Maybe hard to see with the glare, but we're still at 26%. So we went from about 75 down to 26%. And I set a timer whenever I hopped in the boat yesterday morning for the first time. And overall, I ran the motor for 5 hours and 9 minutes of just straight trolling laps around the pond. If we do the math on that, it loses about 10% of battery life per hour. So that means on a full charge, we could troll around this pond for 10 hours straight and be perfectly fine. With that being said, let's get this thing loaded up because I got a 3.5 hour drive back home.